Part 1. White Clouds. Red Wolf Moon. The Flame in the Darkness. Hoarfrost now graces treetops and open fields alike, and an icy chill blown in from the north of Fargus blankets the land. All of Fodlan's creatures begin to settle in for a long winter. The setting sun bathes the full winter coat of every wolf in a foreboding scarlet glow. Hunters can now spread the word that the red wolves are back on the prowl.
That's what we're dealing with. Is there no chance it's an infectious disease?
There are no absolutes in medicine, but the chances are extremely slim. Restless movements, fits of violence, becoming bedridden, or even impossible to wake. With symptoms that varied, there are only a few possibilities. It's either a mixture of poisons or magic, and dark magic at that.
You're talking about Remire Village, aren't you, Manuela?
Oh my, if it isn't Gerald. Tell me, what was the first thing you heard?
Everything, after you mentioned that it's not likely an infectious disease. My child and I owe the people of Remire Village. If something's happening there, we must help them.
We scouted the area ourselves. Speak with the knights, hear what they have to say. I must go. Thank you for your help, Manuela.
You know, I'm more than willing to go with you to Remire Village. After all, I owe you my life. If you'd like, I bet we could even manage the mission all by ourselves. Just the two of us. Professor! A bit of a tease, are we? A girl could get used to this side of you.
Nice try, but I'll be going to the village as well. Enough nonsense. It's time to move out.
As you like. Goodbye, Gerald. Goodbye, Professor.
I'll be in my office making preparations. What about you? If you have the time, it would be helpful if you could go ahead and talk to the knights. Hey, what's wrong? If anything feels off, return to the infirmary. No need to just grin and bear it. Got it?
Ugh, what could have caused such dizziness? I felt it too. Actually, I've felt that way before. I've gotta... That's okay. I've...
What?
I appreciate everything.
Thanks. That was... Thanks. I have a question. I see. Thank you very much. Teacher.
Tomas doesn't seem to be here. Oh well, that's fine. I've been researching the hero's relics a lot since we last spoke to him. I found out something interesting. It's about the connection between crests and the hero's relics. The crest stone of each relic is carved with a specific crest, the one that has the ability to wield it properly. The crests are the keys. You need the right one to safely use a hero's relic. The only thing I can't figure out is, why doesn't the Sword of the Creator have a crest stone bearing a crest? Precisely. At least, that's my current guess. There's more. I believe the crest stones might be the source of the relic's inhuman power. When Miklon transformed into a black beast, he was taken over by something that originated from the crest stone. And the crest stone was on his body. It all seems to add up. Now, look at this picture I found in the library. That creature is called the Immaculate One, who was supposedly sent by the goddess to save the followers of Saros. You see the pattern on its brow and the faint circular boundary? Isn't it possible that's a crest stone? If all this is true, then crest stones are what power the ability to assume massive forms, like that of the Immaculate One. And maybe the hero's relics can harness that transformative power.
Oh, it is you. Have you seen Tomas recently?
No such luck. I was hoping to speak with him myself, but he seems to be out on the town.
I see. Well... Where did you find that picture?
It was in the library. Why do you ask? Is it something my youthful eyes shouldn't be seeing?
No, of course not. However, that is not part of this library's collection. It must belong to Tomas. It would be problematic if it got mixed in with the other books. I will take possession of it for now.
Take it away where no one can see it, you mean?
What was that?
Well, that's what Tomas said. He said records that the monastery doesn't approve of tend to disappear.
Tomas said that? Preposterous. I have far too much to accomplish to waste time with this foolishness.
He was certainly in a hurry. I wonder if he's off to confront Tomas. Well, he took the picture, so I guess that's that for now. I'll see you later, Teach. So, the church is hiding something after all. Some massive secret about relics and crests. A secret that must have something to do with the professor's true identity.
Much appreciated.
Let's show them the power we've acquired.
Dear Goddess, please protect us.
Can't argue with result. Yeah, I've got this down. I think I get it now.
Let's put this to the test.
I'm a quick study. I do not know why it is so, but being here makes me feel quite unwell. I am so sleepy and a bit... It is a struggle merely to stay conscious. Are you feeling the same? And yet, it feels familiar. As though pulled from a corner of my memory. From a time long ago. I simply cannot fathom it. What?
Need something, Professor? I was just asking Monica here to be less demanding of Lady Edelgard's time.
This is my first time working with the Gerald, the legend known across the ages as the Blade Breaker. And I get to see him with my own eyes. That means I have to try my absolute hardest.
Won that. Should have trained better. Strength in action.
happy to be part of your class, Professor. I honestly cannot recall the last time I interacted with others on a daily basis like this. It reminds me of when I was a child. That was so very long ago now. Oh, I mean very, 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 very long ago.
The librarian is always out and about these days. And just when I had some questions about a book I'd borrowed. Ugh, now I'm so curious about where he's gone off to. He better come back soon.
Ah, Professor! The Battle of the Eagle and Lion was such good fun, don't you think?
Ignatz, how long are you going to keep harping on about the Battle of the Eagle and Lion?
Oh, come on, let me gush! Did you see how the house leaders came together after the battle? What an incredible thing to witness. Harmony, even after something so hard fought.
True. If they can keep playing nice, perhaps there will be peace in Fodlan after all. Hi. Okay.
Congratulations on winning the Battle of the Eagle and Lion. Did you get a special reward? I certainly feel like I earned a special reward. Don't you, Professor? Oh, disappointing.
They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan. Still, plan we must. After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved. How about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
Hey!
When news reached us of the disturbance, ours was the first unit dispatched to Ramire. We had renowned scholars and accomplished magic wielders with us. But in all honesty, I was scared witless the entire time. For all we knew, it was an epidemic like the rumors suggested. The rumors aside, that place had an eerie air about it that chilled you, right to the bone.
Investigating Ramire Village. Be on your guard.
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive me, I've just got to indulge.
I would be liking that greatly.
That smell, it's amazing. My fave, in fact. Do you like it too?
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
Yeah, it's eating time! Come on, let's dig in.
Caspar, do develop table manners. Begin by chewing with your mouth closed, especially when I'm around.
Hey, Professor. Can I get your advice on something? I just don't know what to do anymore. I used to think they were the best, but now I can't even stand looking at them. But worrying about it won't solve my problems. What if I can never eat fish again?
Oh.
What is it? Sorry, I've got a cold. Thanks.
That's so.
Hey, I know you figure medicine and magical healing are two ways to do the same thing, but it's way deeper than that. Medicine is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, medicine. That's probably obvious. But magical healing is focused on closing up wounds faster, raising a body's vital energy, stuff like that.
Hey, Professor, did you see that my father came by during the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? He left soon after, but I saw him talking to Edelgard first. I wonder what they could have to talk about. I guess that would make sense. He is the Minister of Military Affairs, after all. Still, though, I could have sworn those two didn't get along.
Well... Good day, Professor. Well then, I should go.
Remire Village. Is that not where you met Edelgard? If you had not been there, something terrible could have happened. Did one of the house leaders know that mercenaries were staying in Remire Village? I wonder. It will remain a mystery for now. All we can do at this point is speculate.
I'm going to catch me some mighty fish. Just you wait and see. I didn't catch a single fish last month. But this month, oh, this month! That's exactly what Captain Gerald said. You're going with the captain to investigate Remire Village soon, aren't you? It feels like so long ago that you two came here.
worried about Remire. That affliction is a little too mysterious for my liking. I'm pretty sure it's not normal. Then what could it be? Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. Oh, except that Tomas departed the monastery and has yet to return. Consider that reported. He's been gone for periods of time before and has always returned, so I'm not too worried. Still, I wonder what in the world he's doing out there.
You know, Professor, the tournament fish, and the meal we indulged in after the Battle of the Eagle and Lion, why, all of the food I've eaten in this monastery has been absolutely delectable. Every last bite of it.
Food really is the only thing you think about, huh?
Hardly. I think about all sorts of things.
Oh, like tomorrow's menu, for instance?
You know, why...
Oh, I have a request.
Of the 4 or 5 years since I started here, this is certainly the busiest.
It was 4. I've been here 5.
Ah, what's a year here or there? Don't be petty now, Shamir.
You count your enemies the same way.
If I take care of them quickly, what does it matter how many there are? Oh, sorry. We didn't mean to ignore you, Professor.
As you were saying, it's been a busy year. There never seemed to be enough hands for the work.
That reminds me. Do you have that thing? If you do, we want it.
Want? No, we need it. Give it to me, not her.
Hey now, I'm the one who brought it up. We may be friends, but that's just rude. Of the 4,
it was 4.
Ah,
You can't.
if I take
As you
that
want?
Hey now.
I have a favor to ask.
Of the, it was
You can't.
if I
As you
that
want?
Hey now. Hey you. Do me a favor.
Professor. Professor, you seem unwell. How are you faring? If you're not feeling well, I'd strongly recommend some rest.
Let me consider. Professor, tell me, is this about Remire? There are more villagers acting strangely today than yesterday. Knights have been dispatched, yet the underlying cause is as yet unclear, and the most anyone can do is stand back and watch. It is most distressing. Professor, what do you think about all this? If it were indeed a disease, why would it only affect the villagers and not infect the knights stationed there?
Professor, what have you got there? My goodness, that is just what I've been looking for. I can offer nothing more than this, but I do ask that you consider trading with me. I am in your debt, Professor. I thought we might make it through last month in peace. But no, another incident just had to arise, didn't it? If only this debacle had to do with crests, why, I'd have gone and dealt with it in an instant.
Professor.
I get it. Remire Village is an Empire territory, but it's still relatively close to the monastery. Oh, but you know all about that, don't you? The story goes that it was in Remire Village that Alois found you.
Professor, I heard about Remire Village from some of the knights. It's certainly troubling. If it's a contagion, we at Garrick Mach should be on the lookout as well. Your words are oddly persuasive, Professor, even if they're not exactly based on anything.
Hey,
Hey there.
Professor, do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary? Is that so? I suppose you have become accustomed to your new line of work. This month's assignment will again take you outside of Garrick Mach, to Remire Village. It was in Remire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not? Half a year has come and gone since then. How quickly time passes.
Really? Professor, Captain Gerald just told me. Remire Village is in a bad way, right?
The situation there is worrying, yes. But tell me, how was your vertigo?
Are you not feeling okay? You should get some rest.
If you must go to the village, make sure you're in good health before we depart.
The knights go out from Garrick Mach to take on all kinds of other duties. I'd sure like a job like that one day. Then again, I don't know. Serving Lady Rhea here is pretty good.
Maybe. I wonder how Remire Village is faring. Hopefully we're not dealing with some new epidemic. It wouldn't be unheard of. Almost 20 years ago, a terrible plague blazed through Fargus. It even hit the capital city, taking the Queen Consort's life. Or so I heard. The whole kingdom was in an uproar over that loss. The person who saved the kingdom wasn't a doctor, but a holy woman, the fair Lady Cornelia. After that, she was awarded the honor of being a mage in the service of the royal family. She sounds like an amazing woman, but she must be pretty old by now. But hey, maybe she's aged like a fine wine.
I fear I may become a social recluse soon. My life consists of wearing a groove in the floor between the library and the dining hall. Although I guess a real recluse wouldn't leave their room, eh? That would be me if you weren't my teacher. Locked away in my room, reading, napping, never to be seen. You know, I never see Bernadetta outside of class. I wonder what it is that she does in her room all day.
I see. Even if I spend all of my time rummaging through this library, there's a limit to the knowledge that can be gained. Apparently, it only contains books whose contents have been deemed appropriate by the church. If only Tomas were around. I bet he has some interesting stories he could regale us with.
That's so.
Hey!
Professor. How are you feeling, Professor? You look rather ill, if you don't mind my saying so. Are you sick? If so, I would urge you not to push yourself too hard. Take some rest. Just my natural talent, nothing out of the ordinary. Enough wit now. You should lie down.
You do not look well. Are you sure you aren't coming down with a cold or some other ailment? Please, visit a doctor before your situation worsens. I suppose the infirmary is also an option. Though when I went there the other day, I was unable to receive medical guidance, as Professor Manuela was drunk and fast asleep on the floor.
I could use your help.
Oh, goodness. Is something the matter, Professor? You look a little pale. Please be careful. It's so easy to catch a cold this time of year. Okay.
During the Red Wolf Moon, wild monsters make ready for the winter to come, stirring more than at any other time of the year. You were off for Ramire Village, isn't that right? Watch your step on that journey. May the goddess protect all of you.
Hello.
What is it? I'm in the middle of my daily duties. I assume you know by now that the four saints are all-important figures in the teachings of Seros. Still, I have a particular fondness for Saint Sethlene. I have something to ask of you.
Need something? See you again soon. Need something? See you again soon. Need something? This one? You're all set. This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
This is a place of mysteriousness. I have awareness of how much difference every part of the world is. In a place alike to this place, you can imagine the goddess of Fodlan truly existing. At times I miss those places in Bridget. At times, I am missing those places so painfully.
Professor.
I think I like this, but it's been a while, so I'm not sure.
I did not expect much from the dining hall, but this does not disappoint.
Hey, wait a minute. What you've got there, isn't that... Please, could you let me have that? Here, I'll give you this in return. Fantastic! Thanks, Professor. You have no idea.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Need something? This one? You're all set. See you again soon.
Oh, settle down and stop with the knocking. I'll be there in 2 shakes. Oh, dear. Professor? Is that you? Just a moment. Oh, what should I do? I can't open the door in this state. Manuela, you simply must quit oversleeping. Hold on. Where are my clothes? I can't even find my... Where in blazes is my underwear? Oh! marching robe belt caught on. I can't tie this properly. It's not even covering. Oh, Manuela. This will have to do. Oh. I would hope, Professor, that you have the decorum to pretend you've heard nothing. Anyway, I'll be just another moment. Patience, please. Hello. Sorry to have kept you waiting. So, what do you want? Excuse me? You had a reason for coming here, I assume. I've put a lot of time and effort into making it possible to talk with you, you know. No, you've done nothing wrong. Let's just say I'm not having a good day. Actually, I didn't have a good night. Never mind. What did you want, anyway? You heard from him? The fellow from last night? Huh. What did he have to say? Yeah, figures. Kind of saw it coming, actually. That's why I came back to my room and went to bed. To get over it. Thank you for checking in on me. Was that all you wanted? Well then, good night.
Hey there.
Hello.
What is still?
The glory. Hey, Professor, I picked this up, but... Oh, hey, it worked out perfectly. Want to trade me what you're holding for it? Thanks, Professor. This is great.
It was in Remire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not? Half a year has come and gone since then. How quickly time passes.
The glory of...
It was in Remire half a year. I appreciate.
Professor.
Hey, kid.
Professor!
Impressive. Thanks.
Hello, Professor. What's that you've got there? Would you mind trading it with me for this? Oh, thank you so much. I'll be sure to take great care of it. Professor? It's about that thing you have there. If it's not too much of a bother, would you trade it for this? Thank you so much. I'll treasure it forever.
That's a nice thing you have there, Professor. Don't suppose you're planning on using it yourself. Why don't you trade it for this? Sounds good, right? Excellent doing business with you, Professor. I've always wondered.
You brought it, Professor? Hand it over and I'll make it worth your while.
How? You can't even afford your own drinks. Give it here. You won't regret it.
Excuse me, I asked first. Why don't we let the Professor decide? Her? What a letdown.
You made the right choice. Here's your reward. I'll let you borrow it later, Catherine, if you quit sulking. Thanks. It was 4. You can't.
If I
as you were.
Of the 4,
it was. You can't.
If I
as you were.
A moment, please.
Welcome, Professor. This is the first time I have welcomed you here, is it not? There is no need to be nervous. Please, come closer. When you speak with me here in this room, you are not speaking with the Archbishop, but with Rhea. It's just me. Such a sweet child. My apologies. I should not be treating you like a child. As Gerald's kin, somehow you don't seem at all a stranger to me. Speaking of Gerald, may I ask if he ever spoke of me to you? Oh dear, how heartless of him. In any case, let us endeavor to become closer from here on out. Since you are here, shall I tell you about the Gerald that I knew? By the look of it, you haven't heard much about his time at the monastery, have you? first met Gerald, he was quite young. Why, he could not even grow a full beard at that point. On one fateful occasion, the band of mercenaries he belonged to fought alongside the Knights of Seiros. I was traveling with the Knights at the time, and Gerald jumped in front of an attack meant for me. He was gravely wounded, on the verge of death. I tended to his wounds in a desperate attempt to save his life. Thankfully, my efforts were not in vain. Gerald managed to escape a seemingly certain death. I made arrangements for him to receive further care at Garrick Mach. The moment he was deemed fully recovered, I invited him to join the Knights. Well, it is not a story I have often repeated. Even at the monastery, there are not many who know that. I tell you this because, to me, you are the child of the one who saved my life all those years ago. And also... Never mind. It is nothing. I simply wanted to say that I trust you. By coming to visit with me today, you have... well... suffice it to say that my day is brighter than it otherwise would have been. I thank you for that.
Thank you, Lawrence. You've done so much for me. You've been a tremendous help.
It was but a trifle. Surely there was no small amount of danger, but in the interest of experience, I was happy to endure.
You're so strong that I can't help but feel safe in your presence.
Yes, of course. Although, no matter how much brute strength we bring to bear, it is important that there be a leader on the field as well. Without someone possessed of my sound judgment and adaptability, we would surely be lost.
Surely, yes. My thoughts exactly. But,
What is it?
I'm going to keep providing support from the back. You wouldn't mind doing more fighting for me, would you?
Oh, well, physically I can, certainly. But if you mean on an everyday basis...
I knew you would. You have the generous soul of a true noble. I'll have to write back home and sing your praises.
Really? You mean to your father and brother?
Oh, yes. I have to write my big brother pretty often, as a matter of fact. He gets upset if I don't. And yet, I never have much to write about. I've been really straining for topics. That must strike you as a terrible nuisance, the idea of me blabbing about you in my letters.
Nuisance? Oh, hardly. Your brother is one of the foremost commanders of the Alliance. I can think of no higher accolade than to have my name passed on to his noble ear.
Then I'll tell him about all your thrilling exploits. Although if you can't help, that's okay too. I'll find something else to write about.
Oh, fear not. I shall show you exploits of a nature more thrilling than you could ever dream. Incidentally, when you write to him, please do not refer to me merely as Lawrence. Please use my full name, Lawrence Hellman Gloucester. This will be an excellent opportunity to advance the status of the Gloucester name.
What a funny boy.
Yes! Time for food! Hey, Ignatz! Is this seat taken?
Oh, hey, Raphael. I'm done eating, so you can sit here if you like.
Really? But there's still food on your plate.
It's fine. I'm not that hungry. Anyway, I guess I'll be heading off.
Oh, okay. Hey, Ignatz! Want to train with me?
Oh my, that equipment's looking rusty. Let me fetch some oil.
What's the matter? It always looks like that. Come on, we'll take care of it later.
No, you have to do it as soon as you notice. There's oil in the warehouse. I'll be right back.
Hey, Ignatz.
Hello, Raphael.
Are you busy? I need to talk to you.
No, that's... Oh, almost forgot. It's time to return this book to the library. I'll just...
Hey, hold up. Are you seriously gonna keep running away from me?
What? No, I'm not running.
Yes, you are. Every time I try to talk to you, you make up some excuse and run. What's going on? You were a lot friendlier to me when we were kids. You were always so excited to show me all the neat stuff you had whenever I came to visit. We'd play hide and seek with my little sis, draw pictures, and do other fun stuff too. Remember all that?
Things can't be the way they were. It's regrettable, but it's the truth.
Regrettable? What's there to regret?
I mean, you know, what happened to your parents. My parents are the reason your parents died.
What are you talking about? My parents died in an accident while traveling for work.
Maybe so, but they were taking over for mine, because they had other business that day and couldn't go themselves. So, they recommended yours to fill in for them.
Huh. I didn't know that. But what does that have to do with our friendship?
No, but see,
Oh, I see. But we're done talking about this. You gotta stop beating yourself up over it. It was an accident.
He's just putting on a brave face. No one is that forgiving.
Another fine day, alone in my room, and plenty of books to read.
Bernadetta, I have something to discuss with you.
What? I didn't do anything.
No need to be defensive. I am not angry.
Oh, you definitely are. I can tell. Just get it over with. What did I do?
You did not do anything wrong. Please, listen. Look, just breathe, will you?
Can't breathe. Too scared.
I see that you are struggling. Please calm down.
Easy for you to say.
I just wanted to discuss how you are always hiding in your room. It seems like something must be troubling you, for you to shut yourself away like that. If something is the matter, maybe I can help. But you need to tell me what it is first.
No thanks. I'm fine. See, I'm breathing out. You fixed me. Can I go?
Do you not realize that life is passing you by? Have you no desire to venture beyond this reclusive lifestyle? There is a whole world waiting for you out there. The social life of a noble is actually rather...
Just stop it. I'm not interested.
Bernadetta, this is unhealthy behavior. I beg you to take my hand. Otherwise, I will have to pick you up and carry you, and neither of us will...
What if I actually like being alone? Is that so hard to imagine? It's none of your business. Get lost! Oh no!
Ouch! I sprained my wrist.
Oh, no. Now you've done it, Bernie. Now, you're his eternal rival.
I do not wish to hurt you. Actually,
No! I'm done for! You'll be the death of me for sure!
Maybe I should just come back later.
Claude, what are you doing?
The training equipment needed maintenance, so I thought I'd give it a good cleaning and some oil.
Why is that for you to do?
If you intend to use something a lot, it's on you to take good care of it.
You are a noble who does not have fear of working with hardness or becoming dirty. And you can climb trees. I am impressed.
Thanks, but to be honest, I don't think being a noble really has anything to do with anything. Nobles and commoners are all equal here. We're all buddies. Even you do chores, don't you? Social rank doesn't matter when you put your life in each other's hands. I like that about this place.
I have your same opinion. Status is something chosen by chance, not by a person. Everything became different when I came from Bridget to the Empire. Nobility does not stop life from surprising you.
I know just what you mean. It's not like the ancestors of the nobility or royalty were selected by the goddess herself, after all. What does origin or status matter? In the grand scheme of things, we're all just insignificant mortals. Nobility isn't a matter of birthright alone. At least not in my eyes.
Claude, you are very much strange for a noble.
Thanks, and same to you. You're a princess of Bridget, right? If I'm a strange noble, you are too.
I am normal in Bridget. In Fodlan, you are an abnormality.
An abnormality, am I? Gentleman that I am, I'll go ahead and take that as a compliment.
I think also that your heart is kind. I am thinking you will be a good king.
I'll remember that. But for now, this equipment isn't going to clean itself.
I will be helping you. We will join together our efforts.
You're an abnormality, princess. A wonderful abnormality.
You. Hello, Lysithia. Hilda? What's that box you're holding? It's making me nervous for some reason. Your big sister Hilda's here, and she's going to make you look all grown up. I, don't recall ever asking you to. That's right. I knew exactly what you needed. You didn't have to ask. Now take a seat. With makeup, you can't just pick your favorite colors. You must choose colors that suit you and the occasion. If you'll be up close and personal, if you're going to a ball, for example, you want to keep it subtle. On the other hand, if you're going to be on stage, the colors should be overt.
I've never used makeup before. It sounds complicated.
Let's put up your hair to show off your neck. But we'll leave a few strands hanging to make you look more vulnerable. Why would I want to appear vulnerable? I don't want to be attacked. This is for wooing, not warring. When you're older, you might understand the importance of looking a little vulnerable. You're treating me like a child. But I guess it's mostly harmless. Now, when you're standing, put your non-dominant foot a step back. It looks more elegant. When sitting, don't lean back, but don't slouch either. And ensure at all times you're gracefully extending your fingers. Gracefully extending? Suddenly standing and sitting are an exhausting activity. Hilda, that's enough. This is wearing me out. I knew you had potential. You'll go far, my darling. A couple of years to develop your charms, and no girl will outmatch you. I'm not sure I'm cut out for this type of thing. Oh, believe me, you are. With a little help from me, you'll have men falling at your feet. No thanks. You're more suited to such things. I'll leave it to you. I haven't the time or the energy to fuss over how I'm perceived. Even with my best efforts, I'll never be as good at this as you are. Still, this was rather fun. Thank you, Hilda. She really is brimming with untapped potential. When she smiles like that, wow, even my heart skips a beat.
That settles that. And don't even think about brawling around here again.
Impressive, Caspar. Well done.
Hey, Ferdinand, did you see that fight?
I saw it from start to finish. Both parties were at fault, disturbing the peace. Then you stepped in and corrected their behavior. You are setting a good example. I am proud to call you my fellow noble.
Your fellow noble? I wasn't even thinking about nobility. That had nothing to do with it.
Excuse me, nothing? Resolving conflicts among common folk is a duty of the nobles. Is that not what you were doing?
I guess so. But it was more like instinct or something. I saw people acting out of line and I had to step in.
Ah, you were acting on impulse. You might be better served following moral convictions rather than instincts. Take me, for example. I always bear in mind that I am a noble and behave accordingly. The fortunate must help the unfortunate. That is my guiding principle.
I never have any idea what you're talking about. If someone's in trouble, you gotta help them out. Simple as that.
A difference of opinion, you might say. Very well then. Believe what you will. I will not expend energy trying to change your mind.
Maybe all of this noble stuff just isn't for me. Hey! Don't walk away when I'm talking to you!
That was easy. That was easy.
Professor?
Can't argue with results, can you?
What was that name again? Oh, this is frustrating me to no end. I simply can't recall. Oh, I have it. Xanadu. That's it! It was not long ago that we were there. And still, I somehow managed to forget. Well, that place brought back some fragments of my memory. I cannot help but wonder why. I feel we must return to find some answers there. Yes, you are right. For as the saying goes, there is no time like the present.
Huh. Where's our professor going all alone like that?
I hate not knowing what's going on. Okay, that's it. Let's gather the others and get to the bottom of this.
You want to follow our teacher? What a pain. Ugh. But I guess I'm dying of curiosity too.
Yes, it is all coming back to me. This structure. Oh, but it's as though my memories are clouded. The most important pieces are obscured. But I once called this home. I have no doubt. I seem to recall something on the other side of that wall. I cannot see it, but I can still feel it. It is not my imagination. I know this to be true. We are already deep within this valley. Oh, what was that awful sound? Yes, and that was not a normal beast, but a huge and terrifying one. Look, there, at the entrance of the valley, a giant shadow! now! Those hungry wolves. That howl must have riled them up. We have no choice but to fight our way out. Give it your all!
It was the right move for us to follow Teach. But however you look at it, we're in a tough spot now.
Wolves, hawks, not to mention a demonic beast guarding the canyon's entrance. Oh, we should never have come here.
Don't say that. But what's a demonic beast doing here? Is it a stray? Even Teach would have trouble out here all alone. Let's help out before we're down one professor. First things first, we need to reunite with Teach. Hurry up, everyone.
Stay focused.
Ready and willing. Pull out all the stops.
Leave it to me.
Now I can do so...
Oh no.
Who, me?
Let's get to it.
Who, me?
I got this.
Battle?
I will get the victory.
It's time.
Thanks for that.
Is... I guess it worked out. Appreciated.
Perhaps it's time for a nice nap.
Great, more hawks. Those feathery jerks are trying to take us out from both sides.
It's over. We must all do our part.
Progress suits me well. Watch and learn. Predictable. was a good try.
Yeah, thanks! I thank you. I'll manage.
More hawks? The air's swarming with those feathered freaks. Let's get them before we fight the beast.
Better be careful. Yes! I get...
Never underestimate an outsider.
I could use a break.
not.
Oh, nice! Who, me?
Huh.
Lame.
Thanks.
Our work is done. My, things did not go as planned. Let us return before any more hawks or wolves join us. But what was that demonic beast doing within the Red Canyon?
Listen, Teach. No one likes aimless wandering more than me, but it's not worth dying over.
Well, we're all okay now, so let's just focus on the positive. Ooh, maybe we can tell folks back at the monastery that we came here for battle training, with our dear professor's permission.
Hilda, you scamp. No one has a knack for getting out of trouble quite like you do. It is a gift, milady.
Oh, is that right? Well, no one can get into trouble quite like you, so it works out.
Oh dear, I put us in a bit of danger there. We are most fortunate that those delinquents followed us. You very nearly met your end. What a marvelous professor you must be, for all your students to be so concerned. You seem more confident in your ability to teach. But that makes sense, as you have me to help you out. How disappointing to have dived so deeply into danger, and yet to have nothing to show. What is this strange feeling? My memories. Do you feel them stirring? How curious. You seem to have grown stronger. And all thanks to our journey to Xanadu. It really was worth all that effort. Huh? You found this? I dare say you may find a use for that. You should decide how best to use that thing. But wow! We got a lot out of this trip. It was a bother for a spell, but in the end, I feel we should think fondly of our little trip. We actually had a delightful time, wouldn't you say?
5 cups. That was. That. I've.
Me. I'm getting.
I will. It is.
Oh. How?
No. I would. Aha!
I learned. I see. Teach.
Delicious! After a scrumptious meal like that, I feel that I can really seize the day.
Ah, I can eat so much of this stuff. My stomach's growling just thinking about it.
that wasn't so bad.
My efforts have borne fruit.
Not a total waste.
Thank you very much.
A new path to tread.
I have succeeded!
The glory of progress.
We've got to go. Now. The situation in Remire Village has changed drastically. We don't know much more than that. We're hearing reports that the villagers are killing each other. Some say houses are burning. Regardless, we need to move.
Kill! Kill!
Help! Somebody please help!
What's going on here?
This is unbelievable. There's no way to tell who's lost their mind from who's mad with fear.
If we don't act quickly, things are just going to keep getting worse.
How about we hit him hard enough to knock him out, but not hard enough to kill him?
That's too reckless. But I'll admit I can't think of a better option.
If some must die, just know it was by the will of the goddess.
Stop that, Marianne. We have to save all of them. There's no way this madness is by the will of the goddess.
Nobles are responsible for the safety of the commoners. By the honor of House Gloucester, I swear that I will save them all.
Claude, there are some strange-looking people here.
So you noticed too. Look, there's a suspicious group hiding amongst the villagers. Could they be the culprits? If so... There you have it. Our objective is clear. Take down that suspicious group and rescue the villagers.
There are some suspicious-looking ruffians out there, but our top priority is to rescue the villagers. Got it? I'll rein in the villagers who've turned violent. You focus on rescuing the others.
Ready and willing.
Kill! Kill!
Oh no.
Thank you.
I will get the victory. Leave it to me.
Stay focused.
Who, me?
I thank you.
I got this.
Let's get to it.
Who, me?
Shark coming!
No.
It can't be. The one giving orders to those weird ruffians. Isn't that Tomas?
Guess I have to.
Nice try.
Thank you.
Useful.
No hesitation.
Appreciate it.
Tomas, what in the world are you doing here?
I'm not Tomas. My name is Solon, the savior of all. What's the matter? So shocked you can't even speak. You were so easily fooled by my disguise. I was hiding away in Garrick Mach to get the blood of that little girl called Flame. With her blood, we'll be one step closer to realizing our goal.
I'll have a bit of fun here, too.
That's the Death Knight. He must be an ally of Tomas, or Solon, or whoever he is.
Shortcoming!
Thank you.
This is what I do.
That is that.
No use.
Each battle a chance to grow. The no
My heart is full of victory. Heart. Yeah, you inspire.
I'd like to take it easy.
You will.
My efforts are paying. I could use a break. You're making me work. I'm still a del.
Why have you gone after this village? What are you planning?
I could have conducted this experiment on any test subjects. Now that I have what I came for, I must bid you farewell.
I must go.
Wait! Damn it, he's gone.
It's over. All we can do is focus on our next move. I'll have a look around the village. There may still be people who need our help.
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum. They said they weren't picky about who they used as their test subjects. Because of them, the people of Ramire Village.
There you are.
That armor. So, you're the Flame Emperor.
Yes. I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight.
Oh, we've met all right. But back to you. You're the one responsible for the destruction of this village.
Do not get the wrong idea.
What in blazes does that mean?
It is true that I am working with Solon, but that does not mean our objectives are the same. Had I known they planned to do this, I would have stopped it. You have my word.
Your words are meaningless. Now, I'll have to insist that you accompany us back to the monastery.
I cannot abide that. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
What?
If left to their own devices, they will commit countless more violent acts like this one. Do you not wish to prevent that? With the sword of the Creator on our side, Solon would not be a threat. Pity, though not unexpected. Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
Gerald, Professor, have you seen Claude?
What's wrong, kid? Huh? Oh, damn it! He's gone. Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Since coming to the monastery, you've changed. You've been angry since we first arrived in Remire Village. And you look so happy when you're instructing the brats. Before the monastery, I'd never seen you bear your emotions like that. Not once. Then perhaps it's a good thing we came to the monastery, if only so I could see your face lit up like that. Or maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place. I've put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Though I suppose it may be nearly that time. Come to my office when you next have a moment to spare. There's something I need to tell you.
Just what was that about? I can't recall a time of old when you were at the monastery. I wonder what is hiding in the mist that is your past.
Hey, Teach. That assignment wasn't my favorite, I've got to admit. I suppose pretending to be unaffected doesn't do anyone any good. That was terrible to behold. It's always hard to see innocents die. Hey, all you can do is keep smiling, keep marching. That's part of a leader's job. We can't give in to despair. Not just for me or for you, but for all of us in the Golden Deer House. We have to keep smiling so the others can move forward too. As long as we don't show that we're disheartened, they'll know they can make it too. That's what matters. Sorry for getting ahead of myself, Teach. That's how I feel, but how you handle it is really up to you. By the way, I hear that guy who calls himself the Flame Emperor showed up in Remire Village. I couldn't believe it when Hilda told me the news. What could he be after? Maybe, after all, he was after the sword of the Creator in the Holy Mausoleum. But then they kidnapped Flame and used her blood for their recent attack. Based on that, we should probably assume that their true objective is something other than the relics, don't you think? They called this incident an experiment, and they said they got what they came for. That means they might take this success and attempt something even bigger next time. Sadly, that's all we can assume. There are far too many things we still don't know. Flame, your timing is impeccable. Would you care to join us for a while, fair lady?
What? Why? Oh my.
Damn, she gave us the slip. In any case, I doubt she knows the full story. It seems more like she has something on her mind that she can't divulge. Seems like it would be better to push Seth for an explanation. Or, best of all, to go above his head and ask Rhea. Now that we know Tomas was an enemy, we can't be sure that exposing the Church's secrets would be to our benefit. Where are the answers I seek? Where are they?
You did well handling that awful business in Remire Village. I am certain the goddess shares in our grief at the senselessness of that calamity. More importantly, I was shocked to hear that our own Tomas was actually a dark mage. I must reflect on our blindness.
You surely must. You failed to notice that a rat was hiding in your home. Pathetic. Who are these wicked foes? How did Tomas escape your gaze?
Tomas came to the monastery 40 years ago, by recommendation of House Ordelia of the Alliance. Around 8 years ago, he went back to House Ordelia, before returning to the monastery once again just last year. After having worked at Garreg Mach for decades, why would he betray us now? Just what did he hope to accomplish? Yuritsa became a professor at the Officers' Academy because of a recommendation from the Imperial nobility. Supposing that he is the Death Knight, that means that our enemy is an organization that has taken root in at least 2 territories.
In the long history of the Church of Seros, no, long before even that, there have been an endless number of threats to the peace of Fodlan. Yet those who oppose us still operate in the shadows. Their identity's a mystery. I believe that Solon and the Death Knight are merely one part of a much larger whole.
A threat to Fodlan's peace? That means we have no choice. We have to stop them all.
I have truly come to rely on you. I believe that the monastery will remain safe so long as we have you. We do not yet know the enemy's objective or whereabouts. For now, please devote yourself to preparing for whatever comes next.
That is all for today.
Professor, please wait. I know there is much that you still do not understand. However, one thing is clear. You possess great power. I believe that you are destined to be a source of great hope for all. In any case, I expect great things from you. Walk this world proudly, dear Professor. May the goddess Sothis protect you.
The goddess Sothis? Is that what she just said?
Is something the matter? I see. In that case, farewell.
Do not say something that we may regret. What exactly am I? For now, let's leave this place. Please, go!
Part 1. White Clouds. Ethereal Moon. The Cause of Sorrow. Though most stars will still glimmer in the crisp winter air, the blue sea star has gone back into hiding. Legend states that the goddess prays for peace from her home in the heavens. In the town of Garreg Mach, the anniversary of the monastery's completion nears, and the people's prayers intensify ahead of the Millennium Festival, still 5 years hence.
Sorry to trouble you.
We are planning a grand ball for this month. I'm sure the students will be most pleased.
Yes, certainly. However, we must not devote all of our time to frivolity. We have a new mission for you. We have found evidence of someone sneaking into an unused chapel.
No, there is nothing of value in that building. We do not yet know what the intruder's objectives are.
This month, your class is tasked with guarding the chapel and investigating these intruders. With the recent state of affairs surrounding the Holy Church, We cannot afford to overlook any abnormality, no matter how seemingly trivial.
I am ordering a seasoned knight to assist you to ensure the safety of the students. In times like these, I am afraid we must always expect the worst.
Reporting for duty, Lady Rhea.
I thought you two could use the time to bond. And to speak of important matters.
Appreciate the thought.
Bear in mind that Gerald has a separate mission of his own. He will join you once he has finished it.
It's true. I'll be away from the monastery for a while. But when I return, I'll come and watch you work. I'll be looking forward to it.